Hey Pramila, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. How are you? All okay with you?
Yeah, very nice. We have pleasant weather here. Enjoying my holidays. Yes.
Oh, okay. What's the weather like? Is it rainy? Is it breezy? Is
Uh,
it rainy?
no, it rained in the early morning. Now it's breezy.
Oh, great. Okay. It's just the exact opposite here. It's like the heavens have just opened up and we are experiencing, a downpour like never before. Uh, I,
Oh
yeah, yeah. I don't know whether God is, blessing us or cursing us at this point. I have absolutely no idea. But either ways,
no.
it'll, yeah, the rain is just too much. In fact, the district collector has issued a red alert in 11 districts of
Okay.
Kerala. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's pretty
Oh,
heavy. And one of them is our district, which is Cochin, Ernakulam. And
so
yeah,
this time we are going to have a good rainfall, monsoon seasons.
yes, because last year Kerala did not have this. I mean, we had the monsoon last year, but it was not this bad.
Moderate.
It was moderate.
Okay.
It was bearable, but this time it's crazy, and it started early also. Normally it starts only the first week of June, but here we are in the
Okay.
last week of May. Yeah, so it's
So
arrived
this
a little.
time, in June, we are going to have monsoon. Like in northern part of India, we will have monsoons.
Is that how it works usually? It's in the north of India. Is that when you guys have your monsoons as well?
No, we have monsoons sometimes at the end of June or in the mid of July.
Oh, got it. Okay, okay. For us, usually school reopens, and that day it's usually heavy showers here. So you feel sorry for them. They have to lug their backpacks, they have to carry umbrellas, and shoes are soaking wet. And those days,
Hmm.
the school. I mean, at least this school allows them to come in sandals without the socks,
Hmm.
minus the socks. Yeah, yeah, it is what it is. So
Hmm.
yeah, great. So what did you do during the weekend? How was your weekend?
My weekend is always packed, but yes, I can narrate that. Like my weekend was wonderful, and it was a mix of relaxation and fun activities, plus dared
Yeah,
chores, like what I need to perform in my home:
right.
cleaning, organizing, decluttering. That's all.
Decluttering is the worst part, I think. No, I mean, but you feel like you've lost quite a bit of weight when you declutter your house, I think. No, that's how I feel.
But I'm not able
So
to declutter. Actually, my husband, he is like shopping freak. Every day, every single day, he brings one thing or the other. Like
right,
clothes, he's fond of
yeah,
clothing and shoes also.
right. Okay, it's the other way around then. So you guys have switched positions, I think, because usually it's the women who are obsessed with these kinds of things. So in your house, it's the exact
Yes, yes, we have this switch role
opposite. Right. Okay. So what do you do? I mean, I don't understand. So he brings in this, and so now it's your job to, you mean, sort of
to
organize between what is
organize, to sort them, to organize them,
right.
and my job is to purchase new closet for putting all those clothes.
Oh gosh, yeah. The thing is, on social media, they have a lot of these do-it-yourself wardrobe organizers and all of that. And I often look at that and I think to myself, oh, I should maybe do this. And then I think, oh God, I can't be bothered because it's too much of a hassle. And
But
then
I
where do
do
you?
that also. I means I got it prepared from some tailor, some person.
Okay.
Some like what I was talking earlier, that storage boxes, I purchase it
Right.
from the market. I have ample quantity of those boxes. Means I have around 20 boxes,
Ooh,
and
okay.
they are also less to contain those old clothes.
Oh gosh. Okay, so that's quite a few. Here we have those kinds of Korean shops and all of that, which actually give you those. And I sometimes wonder, am I going to be wasting money, buying all of them and they're just going to lie there? But yeah, like you said, if they help in organizing things, then I suppose it's a good opportunity as well.
Yes,
Okay. So you said that your husband bought some stuff over the weekend, and so it was your job to sit and organize all of that. That's what you were saying. Okay. Did you guys go out somewhere?
sometimes. Like my husband's birthday is approaching in this week only, so we are planning to have some dinner outside, dine out.
Okay. When is his birthday?
coming Thursday.
Thursday. Okay, fine.
Yes.
So, what is your favorite cuisine?
North Indian. We
North
prefer
Indian.
South Indian also, but we are very fond of North Indian and street foods and all.
Okay, the North Indian cuisine is pretty good, no? In terms of like, you have your chaats and the Punjabi food and all of that. Your aloo paratha and all that stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We crave
I,
for that. We are fond of eating.
oh, okay, that's good. But do you guys also? I've noticed that the North Indians have more of a sort of. You guys have an inkling to go towards the Chinese side of things as well. A lot of people I've heard that the North Indians like Chinese as well. They see Chinese. Is that true?
Yes, 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 yes,
Okay.
yes. Like
So you
it was Saturday night. I prepared Hakka noodles, but that in desi style.
Desi is the best, right? You can never go wrong with desi, I think. Yeah, if you have the regular noodles, it's bland. There's no flavor to
Yes.
it. Okay.
Hmm.
You guys like spicy food? Do you prefer spicy food or regular?
Occasionally, occasionally, but
You mean you have,
re-
otherwise your food is not spicy?
mild, moderate. I
Moderate.
add spices, but moderate, mild
Moderate.
spices.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
fine. So you guys don't add chili powder, pepper powder, and all of that stuff because for us, we can't
No,
live without.
we use pepper, but little bit. Quantity is very less.
Right.
Less.
Uh-huh. One of our fish curries that we make, I mean, I do not know if you have vegetarian. I apologize in advance that I'm speaking about non-veg.
It's fine. It's fine.
But but we can't live without fish. That's the actual truth. So one of our fish curries relies solely on red chili powder.
Oh.
So the fish curry itself is red. So when growing up, my brother and I used to call it red fish curry. So I'll be like, so we're like, Ma, do we have red fish curry today? And so it's like, obviously, what a question, because in our house, at least 7 days a week, out of that, at least thrice a week, is the red fish curry. That's what my father also used to like, and that's how we grew up. So the premise is there's no coconut involved. The alternate option is coconut. I think you already are aware, the Keralites, we cannot live without our coconut.
Hmm. Hmm.
So for us, we have the coconut-based fish gravy as well. But are you a vegetarian or a non-vegetarian, Pramila?
Vegetarian.
Okay, then it's pointless having this discussion. We'll move on then. That brings me to the question of your weddings, because your weddings have non-vegetarian food, correct?
No, our weddings are very lavish. Like we spend a lot on weddings,
Okay.
and we serve, like we give option of non-veg also. But if you talk personally about me, I'm vegetarian.
Okay.
My father, my brother, they eat fish and other means chicken and other things.
Oh, but have you always been a vegetarian? Because now you're telling me that your family members eat non-vegetarian. So when did
We don't prepare at home.
you? Oh, right, right, right.
If
Got you.
sometime my father is wishing to prepare something like non-veg, we give them separate utensils and a stove to prepare in the lawn, not inside our kitchen.
Really? My God. Okay. But do you eat non-vegetarian when you go out, Promila? No, not at all. Got it. How about your children?
I tried once with my son, like it was some birthday occasion, maybe his birthday. So
Uh,
there were fritters of fish fritters, maybe, or some non-veg fritters were there. So
yeah,
I
yeah.
gave him because he's a sports person. So
Oh, okay.
I mean that he should have that protein from non-veg. So I introduced once, but I don't know he would go for non-veg or no.
All right. Okay. Got it. So I would like to talk about, because since we're on the topic of weddings, I love your weddings, honestly. And the only time I have seen your weddings is through movies. So I've
Oh,
seen the movie Queen, that is Kangana Ranaut's movie, the one where she does the London to Makada song, which I
Queen,
absolutely
Queen, Queen,
Queen.
Okay. Huh.
Back are we talking about 2015? I think that movie was released.
Hmm.
Oh God, I'm sure you've heard of that movie. It was an amazing, amazing movie, and it sort of established Kangana Ranaut as an actress who could do everything. Because up until that point, she used to do all these depressing roles, but suddenly she came into her own by doing comedy, and she was the queen in that movie. She was class. So in that movie, the opening sequence is, they're preparing for her wedding, which ultimately does not happen. But the point is they're preparing for that wedding, and that song comes in, this London to Makada song. and the entire
Mm-hmm.
wedding preparation is going on. So I've seen
Right.
that a couple of your yeah, two states also. There is that song, no, that Iski Uski song, where again that where this Bollywood wedding is shown. Your weddings, unlike the South Indian weddings, are very. There's a lot of dancing. There's a lot of festivity. Our weddings, we do have dancing, but only if we have the reception. We don't have throughout
Okay.
dancing.
You don't have
We
that sequence of programs before marriage, huh?
No, no. We have the night before the wedding. We have that also has we've actually adopted it from you guys, if you will. The night before the wedding. Yeah, honestly, that's actually what happened for my wedding and all that. We had a night before the wedding function, but there was no dancing and all of that stuff. We liked it. We preferred it simple. And then, of course, we got married. But this dancing and all of those things primarily has come from the north. To tell you the truth, that's what it is. At some point in time, Promila, and this is my question to you, at some point in time, do you feel that A, your weddings are over the top, as gorgeous as they look because of the costumes? Your clothes are brilliant, right? Your outfits are amazing. But do you sometimes feel that A, so I have two questions to ask you. A, are your weddings, do you feel, your personal view, do you feel your weddings are over the top? And B, do you feel that because of the amount of enthusiasm, because of the celebrations in your wedding, do you feel that the essence of a marriage, the sanctity, the purity of a marriage, somewhere along the lines get blurred? Do you understand what I'm saying? So, as in
Yes,
that
I got
differentiation
it.
is low. So I just
I
want to know
got
your
it.
thoughts on both these questions.
See, we have that notion in our locality. Like if I talk about my fraternity, so we say that इतना तो करोड़ों तो हम शादी में फूक देते हैं जितने में in crores you can build a house. We spend that in a marriage.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, that's a lot of money. Yes.
So it is like normal means normal average marriage cost around 50 to 60 lakhs.
Oof, got it. So
So
that is my
we are very
question to
fond of like outfit, pricey outfit, jewelry, and lavish dinner or lunch. Means like if I talk about my brother, so we had 7 days, 7 or 8 days of celebration in his marriage.
you. Oh,
So every
okay.
day there was caterer preparing lunch and dinner and musician or band wala, dholak, and everybody was dressed in their best out clads, like glamorous clads, and it's basically see that is up to you. If you have money, you can spend it. If you don't have, your marriage can be a court marriage or even
Yeah, that's true.
so
Okay.
sanctity. It's like it is the actually marriage is tying a knot with the soulmate. Like if your soul are equal, you are no occasion matters for you. The person and the soul matters a lot. But if you are spending so much and by the time you come to know that you are not on the same page, you are not, two people are not having that a good relation now, and that is totally a wastage of money in marriage ceremony.
Okay. But you would not know that unless and until they start living their life together. Correct?
Yes, yes, yes.
That is also there. Do you guys usually have arranged marriages or do you normally find your own partners? Because in South
No,
India,
basically, we have like if I talk about me and some of my colleagues, they have their daughters. We believe in arranged marriage, but now it is not the strict rule that you will go for arranged marriage. Uh, if it
you are
depends,
allowed,
like, hmm.
you are allowed
But
to
we
find your own.
no, not we are not allowed to find if somebody is rebellion in the family and they find like two of my cousins they are in America, so they are not going to marry in India. They have settled there and they are going to marry some American, and means I might not know about that. They have means they had married too, means
Okay.
so
That means you're planning to
means
settle in. They want to find an
they are already in America.
All right. Got it. Okay. So they would prefer to marry someone American and they will have, but will they have the typical North Indian wedding that you guys have
No,
or no?
I don't
They'll have
think
a
so.
they'll have a
Hmm.
low key celebration. Okay.
Yes.
Got it. Now, some of you, I've also noticed another thing. A lot of course, now we're doing it in South India as well, but mostly amongst the celebrities. If you still look at the middle class, the upper middle class families, they have still not started the trend. But there are a lot of people going for destination weddings. And this is another thing I have
Hmm.
noticed is happening in North India. Now, do you
Mm-hmm.
think that these destination weddings, what is your opinion of these destination weddings? Again, my question to you is, does it take away from the sanctity of marriage? Or do
Okay.
you think it's
See, if you have ample money to spend, you can go for anything, any tradition. You can follow any trend, and destination wedding is also part of that. But if you talk about me, like what is my opinion now,
yeah,
uh, I would not spend a lot on marriage. Rather than I would try to give some in the form I would like to gift my kids, whether daughter or son, in the form of some property, estate, real estate, by purchasing some home or flat.
oh,
I will go for that. Yes.
okay. So this is now you just now mentioned this you actually brought in you just paved the way for my next question. You said that
Mhm.
you will prefer to invest that money that you want to spend on the celebration and the pomp and the splendor. You will spend it on property. But isn't that you contributing to the dowry system, which is a social evil?
Yes, I know, and we have that tradition of dowry. We give dowry. Even
Okay.
my parents, they gave in my marriage also. But what I feel is, if my kid is not getting a proper space, then how would she or he will how they will prosper? Like if in-laws are not in that position to purchase a separate home for them, separate house. So in that
Oh,
case,
so
they should have.
instead of living as a joint family, you want them to establish their own family, have their own
No,
privacy. Like that's what.
not that, not that. I'm very much in favor of joint family. But
Okay.
in case if the situation get worse or something happens, they should have that house, their own house, where they can shift as the situation prevails. Like,
But this dowry system, Promila, again, I told you about this movie called Two States. In that movie, this movie, I do not know whether you've seen it. It stars Alia Bhatt and that, what's that guy's name? That Bonnie Kapoor's son. I forgot his name now. I'm not getting his name.
Abhishek,
Arjun Kapoor. Arjun Kapoor. No?
Arjun, okay, okay.
Is it Arjun? Yeah,
Arjun,
anyways.
Arjun, yes.
Yes, I can't remember. My memory is going bad. But in that movie, again, they were showing this dowry. Wherein he comes from the girl's side, and they gifted a car. So they gave that big fancy key, and Alia Bhatt is like a female activist, and she was like, "What is wrong with you people?" And that kind of thing. But the point is, this car is given. Dowry, from as long as I can remember, Promila, this dowry has been the cause of so many deaths of so many women. Okay. We see a lot of people in South India, it's a very natural thing for the stove to burst and to have brides killed and all of that because they don't bring a sufficient amount of dowry. Isn't dowry like buying the girl? Correct? So don't you think it's high time that we eliminate that system at least for our future generations? I mean, even though you
We
had it, and even, yeah.
we should be against this dowry system, because we are equally paying for upbringing of raising a girl or a boy. But I said, like, as to assist them, as to help them in the like when they are in their hot waters, it's better to your basic needs, like your basic need is food, shelter, and clothing. So if we can provide them a house to live, whether it can be a form of income also for the meanwhile, like if they are not staying, if they are staying with their family, that house or flat can be used for passive income or in the form of rent or something else. But they have that option if uh, they get a chance to get separated or they are thrown out of the house of matrimonial house, they have their own house to go and live in.
You're thinking already in that you're like, oh yeah, in case something negative happens, you're already keeping everything. Yeah, you're not leaving any
Hope for
stones.
the best, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Hope for the best and prepare for the worst. No, that's actually an excellent point that you said. But then I often think of the Western culture. Their children leave the house by the age of 15 or 16. That's what I've heard. By the ages of 15 or 16, they are out of the house. They are going and living on their own. They are working two, three jobs, going to university. Some of them don't even go to university. They are already working. They are already earning their own income. And even for their weddings, having 100 people is a big wedding for them. So
Yes.
normally in their weddings, maximum 50, not more. Sometimes it'll go up to 100. There, they don't have this dowry system. There, the boy and the girl are taking care of the weddings. But isn't that a good practice in a sense? Because they are being self-sufficient and independent, unlike us Indians who are mollycoddling our children. That means when I say mollycoddling, that means we are pampering our kids to a certain extent. We're spoiling our kids. I'm just asking
Can
you.
you spell that word and phrase?
Let me type it out for you in the chat box. It's mollycoddle.
Okay.
Mollycoddle. So mollycoddle means excessive pampering. We are
Mm-hmm.
excessively pampering. Mollycoddling spelling is ing. You just replace the e with an ing.
Okay.
So we are excessively pampering our children and removing them or preventing them from being self-sufficient. Isn't that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, what we are doing when you say about
Okay.
buying something for them. Yeah.
Okay. I would like to state something here. If
Okay.
I am sending my child to foreign country, there I'm sending her for studies. There, like she is going to attend her what call college sessions, and after session they have that option to work for 2 hours per day. Like it is around 24 hours or 6 hours in a week they can earn.
Uh,
So if I'm giving that experience, that to opportunity to my daughter, she will learn to earn money, and she will get that. Yes, I'm capable enough, and she will herself deny that I don't need any support from family. So if
okay.
it happens in Western only. Here in India, we have that family culture, so we love to like we love to store money for our kids, to save money for our future generation, uh, and to give them their basic necessities, like regarding kitchen and house and vehicle, etc. So
Got it.
if we are totally Western, then the things are going to same as we are. You are talking about Western countries, but if we are living in India, we should follow that tradition too.
Basically. Okay. All right. It's actually a very interesting discussion. But a couple of things that I wanted to talk about. Something that I have always, I've often wondered how the northern culture works in terms of this dowry thing, because I have always been against dowry. I'll be very honest with you. And even when we got married, my husband made it very clear to my parents, I don't want any money. I want to marry her. And he's a very independent man, any which way. He's very self-sufficient from the time. Unlike me, who was like this, we were raised in the Gulf. So my father never let us, my father did everything for us. But my husband, from a very young age, took care of himself. His parents were there. But he's always been very independent because he was raised in that fashion. So he was also very determined that he doesn't want a single penny from my father. And touchwood, he's taking excellent care of me and the girls. That's a different story. That's something that I have learned from him also, and something that I also want to do for our girls, or we want to do for our girls, is make them independent. And I don't want any boy coming to marry them for this. For some reason in my mind, it is there. But what you said is an excellent point. This investment as an investment opportunity is always nice. You prepare. I love that statement that you said, to prepare for the worst, isn't it? Isn't that what you
Hope
said?
for
Something. Hope for the
hope for the best and prepare for the worst.
There we are. I love that. It's actually a very, very valid point that you mentioned. So you hope for the best and you prepare for the worst. So, a couple of things with regards to your vocabulary. You spoke well, but you said you said glamorous. I think you also realized there were a few things that in that flow that you made a few mistakes. Glamorous glads is what I heard. Were you trying to say glamorous rags?
Clad, clad.
Clad is a verb. You cannot use
Huh.
clad as a
Oh,
not use it as a noun. Clad. So Promila was clad in a glamorous outfit. Like this, you can say. She was
okay.
clad. Clad is another word for wear. or wore,
Wearing.
to wear. Or because I just used the past participle to match with clad, that is all. So she was clad in a glamorous outfit, or she clad herself in a glamorous outfit. You cannot say clad. Instead of that, you can say glamorous rags. So rags, I know
No,
rags.
no, I didn't utter the word rags. Rags means you are wearing tiered and
Oh, I know that's what. It's not tiered, it's torn. Tear is wrong. Tear is
tone.
tear. Tone.
Mhm.
Tear. Tear is the verb, even though it is pronounced, even though it spells in the same way as you just mentioned, the tears that you have when you cry. Tear. The opposite, sorry, the past of tear is tore. Tore. Tore.
Tone. Yes, yes.
Rags, that is, you are wearing, oh, I love your rags. Sometimes I say that. Oh, I love your rags. It does not mean that you're wearing, sorry, rags spelling. I love your rags means you're not wearing torn clothes here, Pramila. I just mean to say that rags is a casual term for clothes. Just for your information, it's a casual term for clothes and it's usually used in British English. I believe it is usually used in British English. I think occasionally you hear it in American English, but usually I believe it is in British English. You hear the word rags. So rags is correct. I was thinking, did I hear it wrong? Is it glamorous rags? She was trying to say maybe I heard it wrong because of a network connection, but I'm glad you clarified that for me. Number one. Second thing is you said that the people are dressed in their best. That is a guest or the whoever the wedding guest or the wedding party are dressing best. This was a good opportunity for you to use the idiom dressed to the nines. They are
Okay.
dressed to the nines. I have typed it there for you. To dress
Mines.
to nines, not mines. Sorry. It came out as mines. I apologize. Nines, the number nine, the number nine,
Okay.
nine with an S. So to dress to the nines means to dress first class or tip top.
To the
Tip
top.
top,
Tip.
tip.
Okay. Tip top. Tip top.
When someone
Right.
says to you, Pramila, you look tip top. Tip top is a British English phrase which means smart or first class or gorgeous. That's what it means, just for your information. Tip top. It's a British English phrase, not American. It's British. Second thing you said that if my child is not getting a proper space,